Hey guys, welcome back to Which Way to the Broom, episode 10, I believe, pretty sure. So today is actually like a informative video, but more like a demonstration. This technique can be applied to many things, but before we get into the demonstration, just gotta go over, your regular announcements. So, no one's really asked any questions lately, which kind of bums me out. So if you have any questions over this video today, you're more than welcome to hit up the page and ask. And if you guys are watching from YouTube and not really from my podcast page, welcome back to, I guess, the second episode of my YouTube series. Because the first one was the episode with the egg wedding. So, with that being said, there's, not really much to go over. So I guess let's just get into the demonstration. So today we're talking about transforming energy. So that's just taking one form of energy and turning it into something else. So here's some supplies that you need. Of course you need some kind of dish to melt your candles on. And then you need to pick your candles. So your candles need to represent one energy that you want to turn into the other. So for example, that I'm going to do today, it is like a darker or like depressed or anxious or energy that kind of like just draws you down, where it's like, oh, these aren't good thoughts that I have, these thoughts that I have aren't, exactly what you want, and it's like weighing you down. And so you want to turn it into the positive side of that. So instead of like depressed energy, you turn it into something optimistic. If it's anxious, you want to make it feel more calm, where you're more at ease. You're just basically flopping it into the opposite. And so let's say like if you're doing let's say you had a breakup and this breakup caused a lot of heartache, and you want to turn that around. So then you can go about doing like a red candle or a pink candle, for your emotion and your feelings towards this person, but use a red candle to turn it into hate. So that way, you can come over the breakup easier. Or let's say like you use a black candle for poverty and you use a green candle for prosperity. You turn your poverty energy into prosperity. There's just so many different ways you can apply this spell. It's not really like a spell because you're not sending anything out, you're just moving it around and putting it back into yourself. But yeah, like if you can think of many ways to do this spell, but this was the simplest spell, or the simplest working that I've learned how to do this, and I've done this exact working before, and I actually learned it from a really good friend of mine, and we do these together all the time. And yeah, it's just a good memory, so I thought I should, put it up on the vote so you know who you are. So like, I guess, so you got your candles and stuff. Now you can have crystals available. This is a quartz cluster that I got. So you can have, your crystals available if you want to have your crystals, but really you don't even need crystals for this working, due to the fact that it's your own energy, not taking energy from crystals to use. So you can have your quartz to help like power and energize your working, or you could have a selenite. I thought a selenite would be useful because all they are is like an energy pack, so it kind of keeps the energy flowing around your working. So you can use your quartz to amplify it and your selenite to help charge everything, make it more powerful, I guess. But these are the only crystals I really thought would be useful because, well, first of all, you don't really even need them for this working. So yeah. And then, you got your box of matches or your lighter or whatever. And if you want to go crazy and, like, throw in some, like, some paper parchment or whatever, or, like, writing a wish on a bay leaf or, something crazy like that, you're more than welcome to. You make this spell whatever you want it to be. It can become your own. That's the great thing about witchcraft, is that anything you do can become your own. You add your own little touch to it and it's good. So I guess let's get started. So we got your basic supplies here. Got a plate to burn your candles and your matches. So what I suggest when sticking your candles to the plate, because like, you know, you can just go like this and they fall over. So what I like to do is burn the bottom of the candle so that way the wax becomes sticky, and then when you stick it onto your plate, you know, it won't fall over. So, oh, another thing. The candle that is simplifying, like, or can't talk, okay, that is your energy, basically, okay? This is how you feel. This candle is how you feel. You want this closest to you. The candle that you want to turn your energy into needs to be farther away from you. So, like, I'm just burning these. Hold up. I only got 3 hands, y'all. Okay. Got like a big gob of wax on my plate. My boyfriend's gonna be so mad. I should have put wax paper down. Oh well. Okay. So this is how you want your candles to look. Your black, it needs to be closest to you. See, they stick so much better. I'm like shaking it and everything and they stick. It's great. So you got your black closest to you and your white farthest away from you. So let me adjust my camera a little bit so you can see what's more going on down here. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Alright, and then you can take your crystals and you can put them anywhere. You can put them on your plate, or you can put them like next to your plate. So for me, I'm gonna actually just put them next to my plate like this. Let me just give you guys a lookie. Like this. Or if you don't want to use crystals, you don't got to. So now normally when people begin working, they'll do some like meditation, you know, really focus on the intent of their working and what they're trying to do. I'm clearly not going to do that because this would turn, you know, like a quick little video into something really long and then it's a lot of like dry time and you don't know what exactly I'm doing because I'm just sitting there meditating. So, and then I'm really just doing this as an example. So, yeah. So you sit here and you meditate and you focus on your intention and exactly what you're wanting to get rid of. Let's focus on that. So you want to meditate or, you know, sit here and think before you actually start your working on exactly what you want to get rid of. So, so for me, let's say it's like, oh, these thoughts that me and my boyfriend aren't gonna get this house that we want because we're looking to buy a house. So we're not gonna get this house. You know, the realtor that we're working with is gonna become, you know, really annoyed with us because we're so indecisive and can't really decide, or like we're not producing, you know, money fast enough because like we're inconvenienced by work and other things. You know, let's see, that my dog kind of hurt her paw the other day, and so her wrist is kind of like, yeah, and clearly doesn't feel good because she's kind of limping on it, but it doesn't look broken or anything. But like, you know, I'm just worried about her, and then, you know, just little stuff that kind of just eats at your mind, and it kind of makes you, you know, so worried. So you want to not have these thoughts. You want to produce a more, you know, the opposite of that, where it's like you want everything to be fine, where it's like, I am going to get this house, you know, the realtor is going to be very patient with us. My dog's paw is just kind of like, it just hurt a little because she slammed it into something or something, you know, like, you want to turn your worries into the opposite of your worries. You want them to be positive things instead of these negative things overwhelming you. So that's exactly what you want. And then same with like, you know, the other examples that I mentioned. So after you've thought out your meditation and you got your intention like set and clear, you want to light your candles, or well, you know, you can cast your circle and stuff if you really want to, but we did that episode on circles and triangles and whatnot. So like, you could even do a triangle for this one. I would use a triangle for this one. I really would. So then, got it. All right, so then you want to light your candles, bro. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, this one's kind of long. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's my cats like doing zoomies through the house. They do this every time I'm like recording something. Okay. So, you got your candles a-burning, which is good. So, the way I see this, you want to focus on your black candle first, and you want to give into the flame, and you want to sit here and think, and you can either speak or like do this through a meditation as well, like where you can start with meditation and follow through with meditation, which is a lot of things that I like to do sometimes because it just feels like more at ease, more connected. But you don't always have to do that if that don't work for you. You know, you can sit here and you can speak your thoughts into the flame. So you're speaking your thoughts, and while you're speaking these thoughts into your black candle, you want them to transfer. Well, you can do it that way. So you can speak your thoughts into the flame with the black candle, and while you're speaking these thoughts, you can visualize them turning and changing into the positive incarnation that we're wanting. But if you don't want to do that because that seems like a lot to focus on, you can start with just speaking your mind to your black candle, and then afterwards, after you've spoken everything, you move to your white candle and you turn all of those things that you had just said into the positive thing that you want, and then you draw the flame from your white candle back into you. So let's start. So first, let's focus on our black, right? Let me turn it this way. Focus on our black. So, like, stare into your flame, look at your blackness of your candle, your raw energy, your raw emotion is what you're seeing here. It's the symbolism of your raw emotion. So, you want to start by focus, and you want to speak what is on your mind. I am worried that my boyfriend and I, or technically my fiance, will not get this house that we ever so want. It's the one that we have finally decided on, the one that we really, really both love and want. And I am worried that we will not get it because it's tax season. Because we gotta do taxes first, and someone else might buy it before us. So with this barrier, this wall, this block, in our goals, I am worried that this block is going to be something that we will not get over in time. Feed it to the flame. Let the flame consume it. It's my cats. It's my cats. Sorry guys, my cats are just crazy. I should have locked them up. Okay. So then you transfer it to this flame. So let's say that I've spoken everything that that is on my mind. I'm not going to do all of it because it's kind of a little personal for, you know, a public broadcast video podcast thing. So let's move to a candle, or other candle, our white one. So let's see. Our taxes will come back fast. In this house, we just need to lengthen the close time of the house. And that no one else is looking for this house besides us. No one else is interested. This house will become ours. And then meditate on that positive thought, on this positive candle. This candle, that is your wants, your desires, basically, what you need to change. And focus on it. Consume that positive fire. So you're breathing out your negative, what you don't want, into this flame, into your black candle flame. Your positive energy, you're breathing in the flame, so you're taking in the positive, but releasing it here. Does that make sense, guys? So, like, while I'm sitting here talking about how we're not going to get this house, I'm feeding that to the fire. So I'm removing it from myself and feeding it into the flame. While here I'm talking about the positive that I want, that should happen, and I'm eating the flame. I'm eating that positive energy, so it's coming back into me. Does that make sense? So, a way that normally people, you know, that this hand, or is it? Shit. Okay, so one hand gives energy and the other one takes. Yeah, so your left hand gives energy and your right one takes. So one thing you could do with this is you can hold your candle if you're really like brave like this, and you can give the candle what you're wanting to relieve of yourself, or you can hold, and then you can hold, you know, your white one as if you're taking it. Be careful not to knock the wax like I just did. I broke the wax on the bottom of the plate. So you don't want to knock your candles over and start a fire. So that's the basic rundown of how to do this working. I really want to see if you guys do try this out. I want to hear comments. I want to see what you guys think about this working. But really, I don't care if you think, because there's some dude on the EA video who's sitting there just calling me stupid, and I'm just like, okay, so why are you still watching the 2-hour-long interview? Like, clearly you're interested in what I'm talking about, but you just keep calling me stupid. Like, okay, but you're still here learning from me, so get on your way, my guy. So yeah, so I don't care what the fuck you guys say in these comments, because I really do not give a fuck what you think, because I like my idea here. See, in October, I told you. Alright, so that's the end of episode 10. Yeah, that's the end. Oh my god. I'm sorry. All this smoke. So, alright, so we'll see you guys next episode. Bye!